You hear the sirens getting closer, you see the flash of lights cutting through the dark. It's a scene we all recognize, right? But what's really going on inside that chaotic perimeter? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on the high-stakes, incredibly organized world of vehicle rescue. Okay, put yourself in the front seat. The dispatch radio crackles to life. There's a crash, and someone is trapped inside a vehicle. You're the EMT. Your mind is racing, but your training just kicks in. The clock is ticking. So what's the very first thing you do? The answer? Well, it might actually surprise you. Before we get any further, let's get a key term out of the way. The entire operation, the whole shebang, is called extrication. It's just the technical term for a very, very complicated job, safely getting a person out of a place they can't leave on their own. And the problem that extrication solves, that's entrapment. Now, this isn't just about a door that's jammed shut. We're talking about someone being physically pinned by twisted metal or caught in a car that's so mangled there's simply no way out. This is the puzzle the rescue team has to solve. So, remember that question about the first thing you do? Well, here's the twist. Your number one priority isn't the patient, it's safety. Before anyone can even think about starting medical care, the entire scene has to be made safe for the rescuers themselves. You have to control the chaos first. And that whole process kicks off with something called a 360-degree walk-around. The first senior person on scene, usually a fire captain, does a complete circle of the entire incident, not just the car, to get the full picture and spot every single potential threat before the team moves in. So, what are they looking for? They're on the hunt for silent killers, things like downed power lines that could still be live, leaking fuel that could ignite in a second, or even just the stability of the car itself. Could it roll or shift? All of these hazards have to be dealt with first. But some of the biggest dangers are actually hiding inside the car. Take a look at this number, 10 inches. What on earth could that possibly mean in a rescue? That is the absolute minimum safe distance a rescuer has to keep from an airbag on the driver's side that hasn't gone off yet. These things can deploy late with enough force to cause a serious, serious injury or even kill. And for the passenger side, it's double that, 20 inches. It's a pretty stark reminder that even the car's safety features can become a hazard. So as you can imagine, dealing with all these risks, from power lines outside to airbags inside, takes a whole team. It's not a one-person show. Every single person has a distinct, vital role. EMS is focused on the patient. The rescue team is focused on the car. Law enforcement is managing traffic and the crowd, and firefighters are handling any fire or fuel. It's like a carefully choreographed, high-stakes ballet. And you know what? That ballet isn't improvised. Not at all. Every single extrication follows a strict 10-phase playbook. This makes sure that nothing gets missed and that every single action is deliberate and safe from the second that call comes in to the moment the last truck leaves the scene. Okay, so here it is, the whole process. Now, what's amazing is that the first 5 phases, from just getting ready all the way to support operations, all of that happens before the hands-on work of getting someone out even begins. We're going to focus in on phase 6, gaining access. This is where the tools come out. Gaining access really boils down to 2 categories. You've got simple access, which is exactly what it sounds like. Trying an unlocked door, rolling down a window, no tools needed. And then you've got complex access. This is when the heavy hardware comes out. The hydraulic cutters people call the jaws of life, saws, spreaders, anything needed to literally take the car apart. And there's this great saying in the rescue world that just perfectly captures the whole philosophy here. Always try before you pry. It's so simple, right? Before you bring out the massive, powerful tools, you check every single door. You'd be amazed how often one is just unlocked, and it saves precious, precious time. So once a rescuer gets in, an EMT will often climb right into that wreckage to start treating the patient, even while the rest of the team is dismantling the car around them. Can you just imagine that? It has to be one of the most challenging environments in all of emergency medicine. Inside that cramped, noisy, dangerous space, the priorities are absolutely laser-focused on what will kill the patient first. That means manually holding the head and neck to protect the spine, making sure their airway is open, giving them oxygen, and stopping any major bleeding, all while trying to shield the patient from the flying glass and metal from the rescue happening around them. And this really highlights the human side of the job. rescuers are trained to constantly talk to the patient. They explain every noise, every jolt, every action they're taking. Why? Because hearing is often one of the last senses to go, and the sound of a calm, reassuring voice can be an absolute lifeline in a truly terrifying situation. Now, here's what's really cool. The skills used in extrication, this whole methodical, safety-first approach, they aren't just for car crashes. Nope. They actually form the foundation for a whole world of other highly specialized technical rescues. I mean, think about it. The same core principles are at play whether you're rescuing someone from a collapsed trench, a narrow industrial pipe, a building that's come down, or even from the side of a cliff on a rope. The tools might be different, but that core mindset, it's identical. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's a mangled car, a dark cave, or a collapsed building. The goal is always the same. You take a chaotic, dangerous situation and you impose order, teamwork, and a proven process to bring someone home to safety. So the next time you hear those sirens, maybe you'll think about that 360 walk around, or the 10-inch rule, or maybe that calm voice inside all the chaos. What part of this complex, hidden process will you appreciate the most?